Hi, Richard.
Good morning, CD. That's short for Colin Dunlap, by the way.
Get out.
Yeah, that is.
So Aaron Rodgers being at the facility for 6 hours.
Yeah, get him out of here. It's
all
a waste
right.
of 6 hours of everybody's life.
While I don't disagree with you, so you don't want Mason Rudolph to play. You don't want Aaron Rodgers to play.
No.
What's your solution?
Boy, I'm telling you, I hope they pull a rabbit out of the hat here because I'm having some doubts. I don't know who I want to play. Russell Wilson, and I said this. I'm not sure who I said it to. I might have said it. I said it this morning to somebody that if I were looking at two careers, if I looked at Russell Wilson's career, looking back or looking forward, and I looked at Aaron Rodgers, my money, I would pick as my quarterback Russell Wilson anytime over Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers does not impress me. I am sorry, he does not. And then when you add the piece of, I don't want to say character because I'm sure he's a good guy, so it's not character, but personality even maybe.
Right.
I don't know. He seems to be an all about me guy.
Oh, doesn't seem to be it. I think he is. You want to hear a great conspiracy that I hatched in my head this morning?
Yeah, I can't wait.
The girls will know this. When is that Pat McAfee show in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, April 6th, maybe.
Rodgers has already told the Steelers he's going to sign with them.
Yeah.
He's going to walk in that room. He's going to announce it then. It's going to be the Steelers know, so they're not pursuing anybody else. The crowd's going to go absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
McAfee will have the payoff of getting the announcement on his show. Bang, that happens. I don't think that's like a conspiracy a lot of other people don't have, but it just lines up to becoming true.
It lines up, but I'd be really disappointed if the Steelers allowed Aaron Rodgers and his PR to be more important than the optics that we're seeing now. And that would really disappoint me in this front office. It really would.
Mike Tomlin has always had a good relationship since like McAfee started his show. As long as they have a handshake deal, they let it go down. It gets eyes on the Steelers. I'm telling you. And then maybe Mike Tomlin's a guest. It's not what used to happen in sports or in public relations, but we're not the audience for it, me and you. You know who's the audience for it? 25-year-old kids, and they would eat it up.
I mean, I can't disagree, but I will, only because I'm holding out hope that the Pittsburgh Steelers have more class than that, and I think they do. But hey, if you're removed from it, and I don't even understand how we could be excited about Aaron Rodgers, regardless of when he signs. And you're right, people will go crazy. Why? It's a 1 year. It's a rent a quarterback for a year. That's what it is.
I agree with you. I don't think he's going to be any good. I think he's going to be terrible. But
he's going to be terrible. I think he's good. But define terrible. Terrible to what standard? What are you holding him to?
Well, okay. I don't know if he's going to be terrible, but they're an 8-win team with him. They're an 8-win team without him.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, so Russell looks like Russell Wilson got a $10 million guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't understand. First of all, why we wouldn't have given him that. That's number one. And number two, I don't understand what happened, and somebody still needs to explain to me what happened at the end of the season with Russell Wilson. And I can tell you, I guarantee you, it didn't have anything to do with Russell Wilson.
Arthur Smith wants to be the most important guy in the room.
100%. Now, how's that going to play with Aaron Rodgers? Here's the play with Aaron Rodgers. Listen, I'm Aaron, whatever my name is, Smith or whatever my name is, and my offense is run heavy. So you don't have to worry about it. You can, go in and you do your thing, and I'm going to be a run heavy offense. We'll protect you. This is all the people we've got. We've hired some other offensive linemen. We're going to protect you. You throw the ball when we need you to. Other than that, we're going to run the ball.
There's an epidemic in the National Football League and in college football too. Offensive coordinators have become the biggest egoist people on this globe. And it is problematic, I think, in so much as they don't want to just color within the lines. They want to do it and show you how many crayons they got in their box. And oftentimes what happens is they do it and they bastardize offenses, and they don't take into account the people actually doing the work, who are the quarterbacks. And a lot of times too, quarterbacks who know a lot more about football than they do and a lot more about winning than they do. These are people that are many times whiz kids that don't understand the moments, and they ruin it. I'll tell you exactly why. Here's an example. You watch football on Saturday and Sunday. So many offensive coordinators, when it's 3rd and an inch, go shotgun, and there's no reason to. They just want to show you how smart they are. And it's ridiculous.
I mean, it is ridiculous. I'm not sure what the mindset is, and I don't know if we can categorize them like that. But I do agree. But sometimes, you know, an offensive coordinator really, you just let the players play the game. You know, they know, like Russell Wilson. If you're Russell Wilson, you're standing behind a quarter or the center, and you're looking at a defense that seems to be shifting, and you can't make that play. You can't adjust that play call because you have an offensive coordinator who says, no, you're going to run this no matter what. We're going to run it down their throat because we're the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry. Pittsburgh Steelers aren't running the football. Okay. We have a guy that's running the football that does not succeed normally. So we're going to call a play that we're going to adjust our offense to be able to beat that defense. And if he can't do that, you know, what good is it? You tie his hands. I mean, the guy went 6-1 out of 7 games, right? He was 6-1. You can't tell me what changed. Tell me what changed.
Oh, I don't know. But I'll just say Arthur Smith being bigger than, or thinking he's bigger than either one of those quarterbacks, Fields or Russell Wilson, makes absolutely no sense in a football realm. It doesn't.
Nothing makes sense. You know, I thought I said it to you. Maybe I didn't. But what I'll say to that is, I went into last year thinking, wow, these guys at the Pittsburgh Steelers, Omar Khan, Mike Tomlin, Andy Weidel, these guys really get it, man. They come in, they have a plan, a short-term plan, which is Russell Wilson, understanding his age and understanding his tenure left in the NFL. And then right behind him, you have Justin Fields. Justin Fields, great, becomes more of the 20-25 style of the quarterback, can work with him, can teach him how to throw, look at his technique. He had a great relationship with Mike Tomlin at camp way back when. Great plan, short-term, long-term. What the hell happened? Now I look at it and I go, Mason Rudolph? Come on.
All right, well, but let's put it in these terms. What if I told you, because there's not going to be much different, what if I told you it was either Mason Rudolph or Aaron Rodgers, and you had to pick one of those two? Because kind of that's where it is.
Then I'll shoot myself, because neither one of them are the guy. They're not the guy. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's just horrible. And you won't convince me otherwise. And there has to be another play here. There just has to be.
There's not.
It has to be, Colin. Has to be. There is nobody that is smarter in this league than Mike Tomlin. Nobody.
I think that maybe 12 years ago.
Listen, we had a great offensive coordinator one time, Ken Wisenhunt, who I actually talked to the other day for the first time in a long time. Great guy, great offensive coordinator. But offensive coordinators here, nobody likes them for long. You know, so you went to him, then you went to Bruce Arians, then you went to, I mean, you break down the line, everybody ended up hating every one of them. But you know, I just think that there has to be another play. I mean, honestly, it could be a draft choice. I know would you trade TJ Watt?
Yes, I would have traded him at the end of last year.
Okay. I don't think that's a bad business play either. I would do that also. But what would you get for him?
Well, I think that people would be willing to pay picks for sure.
So you have a first-round pick. The number 1 overall pick goes to who? Tennessee?
Yeah, but the people aren't going to give away the first overall pick.
Okay, wait. How about Cleveland? They're the number 2 pick, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't trade him in the division.
Why?
I just wouldn't do that.
Why?
I'm against that in all sports.
The rest of the division is neutralize them every time we play them. Why can't we neutralize them?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, okay, so what? But here's the thing. I don't know if you have to trade him right now to get a quarterback that, like, people mentioned Shedeur Sanders. I think he's going to be there when the Steelers draft.
I would draft him.
A lot of people are warming to that. I don't think they're going to do it.
I would draft him. But I'm not sure. Where does the New York team draft?
That I don't know, but it's not going to matter. Both of them have a quarterback.
Because I think that no, not the Giants. They don't have a quarterback.
They got Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but that's short term.
Right, but I don't know if they see it where they need to draft somebody.
And Deion Sanders wants his son in the limelight, and the best limelight is New York City. So I would take him if I were them, and if I had the opportunity, and I would still take him at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think he's going to be available because it is a short draft class of quarterbacks. So I don't think he'll be available. But I also don't think we should, really roll the dice. And here's the other thing. A top draft pick quarterback, what's the analytics say about the success of a top rated quarterback in the draft versus a 5th round pick? Tom Brady, 6th round pick, right?
Yeah, but how many
quarterback Brooke? I mean, he wasn't a number 1 pick. Nobody who's a franchise quarterback today has been a number 1 pick.
I still think you take your chances taking somebody high. You don't think that a 4th or 5th round pick is going to lead your organization.
No, not necessarily a 4th or 5th, but also doesn't need to be a 1st.
You're right about that. I mean, you take it what's going on with Jalen Hurts. Like, he was 2nd round pick, and he was there for a lot of teams to take.
He was. And then, of course, the counter to that is the Washington quarterback right now. He was he was a high pick, and was he 1st round pick?
Yeah, Daniels was a big time pick. So,
yeah. But the stories of success like he has achieved are very rare. So it's not a 1st round pick that guarantees that success. I would still like to see if there's anything left to what's the long hair? What's his name?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. I'd like to see if there was anything to that. That to me would be cool.
Well, they're not going to trade him. They're just not going to do anything.
I know, but I'm saying something has to exist like
that. I can tell you this, whether you agree with it or I agree with it or you hate it or I hate it, if the Steelers sign Aaron Rodgers, I think the town will go bonkers.
In a good way.
Yep.
Yeah, I do too.
I actually think they will. I think they'll eat it up. The Steelers will fool people for a while, maybe even into the season if he has a couple good games, and then he's just going to collapse.
I think he's going to get hurt.
He may. He's too fragile. He's too old. He's not Aaron Rodgers with the Packers.
I mean, you just don't go spend $150 million on a wide receiver if you don't have a plan. You just don't do that. There has to be a plan, Colin.
One would think.
You would think. And how do you feel about Russell going to New York Giants?
I think Russell Wilson's a 15th best quarterback in the league. He's somewhere in the middle at this point.
I mean, if he's the 15th best, that means he's better than 15 or 17. So
you're right about that. No, you're right. He's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Okay, so can I switch gears on you real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm going to just talk about something really quick, and you know everything, so you're going to know this already. But just a little shout out, Swickley Academy. Swickley Academy plays Friday at 2 p.m. for the Class 2A Boys Basketball Championship.
They do.
Yeah. You know about that?
I don't. I know that the championships are coming up.
You know Mike Isolino?
Played at St. Francis, and now they're going to Division III, which is ridiculous, and he played for the Dallas Mavericks.
Yes.
He's from Altoona, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, he is. And he's the head coach, first-year head coach for Swickley Academy. And in a group of young guys. Most of them never played together before. So it's kind of exciting. A lot of underclassmen start on that team out of the first 5. Friday at 2 p.m. Call out to Mike Isolino. And I'm really, really happy and proud that they're doing that.
Yeah, good on him, and ridiculous on St. Francis. You know what's I was reading about St. Francis this morning. So they're going from Division I to Division III the same day that they did a big donor drive. And there's a bunch of people that gave money that want it back. And I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't blame them either. I don't blame them either.
The,
I don't understand it.
I don't get it either. It brings in enrollment. It brings in people. To go down to and then you're playing, and not to knock these teams, but they're going to play Waynesburg and people like that,
Yeah.
which is fine, but that's not what St. Francis was built for.
No, it wasn't. So let me jump one more step.
Sure.
And talk about John Calipari. I think it's a call out. He's a guy from Pittsburgh. I love what he's doing at Arkansas. First year at Arkansas, he's now in the Sweet 16. He happens to have a player on his team that I know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he actually played with my son in AAU.
Who's that?
Adu Thero.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And he's big. He's big time. Now, he was hurt. I don't know if he's going to play or not. If he's going to play, that obviously makes the team even better. And I'm not even sure who they play.
Yeah, he played at Quaker Valley. His dad played for Calipari at Memphis.
Yes, that's true.
And apparently his sister's very good.
She's really good.
Yes.
Yeah, and we played with him at the AAU team, which was the College Stars of America. And that was Coach Al, who is Adu's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a funny story about Adu. So when he played with my son on AAU, Adu was a little guy. He was short.
Right.
My son, who grew up to be 5'9", only, was taller than Adu. And this isn't all that long ago.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you blink and Adu's 6'7". It was insane.
Just shot up.
He caught a growth spurt that was absolutely insane. This young guy can play. He's going to be a top 10 NBA draft pick, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they're getting another Western Pennsylvania kid, Malik Thomas, who had played here and then moved away.
And they say that he's just as good or better than Adu.
Oh, he's an NBA guy for sure, 100%.
Yeah, and that's really cool. But Coach Al, who played for Calipari, do you know him? Do you know
I do not, but I know he played at Memphis for him.
I mean, he is a beast with a capital B. Yes, sir. He can play. He's tough. These are tough guys. And I love John Calipari. I love what he's doing. And I mean, think about that. You take a program, Arkansas, they bring you in, pay you whatever they pay you, and all of a sudden you go from obscurity to now you're in a Sweet 16.
Absolutely.
Pretty cool. I think he earned his money for the first year.
Good stuff.
So
all righty.
So thank you, Pittsburgh Steelers. Please show me something, please.
Yeah, I know. They're not doing it for me. All right. Next week it is.
All right. Onward and upward.
I'll see you.